Well, welcome everyone. Let me turn my volume down here in my headset. So, it's the time of the season again where we got to start looking for gold. But as you can see, we have a major weed problem down on the farm and around the mine site. So, we're going to fix that here. And this is, I don't think I've ever done this before where I'm narrating over something I pre-recorded quite early in this year. I believe this was recorded over a month ago, and you can see we're passing by the little gold mine there now. The farm over on the left-hand side there. But this is kind of just going to be, I mean, I'll probably be quiet through a lot of it because we're just cutting the weeds down so we can go gold mining and, you know, plant the farm and everything. So now I'm making my return trip back towards the pit, and as you can see, I've already cut that down, but we'll just sit and watch for a few minutes and I'll push up. Oh, see, now we're on the John Deere, headed back down the hill. If memory serves me correctly, yep, there we go. I believe we're bringing some more cutting implements down to the back 40. There's a lot of places the tractor can't really get to. As you can see on the right-hand side here, I've got the little T-posts and the little cover without a cover, the framework over the hole there. So for reasons like that, we need other stuff other than a tractor, which is, yep, there we are. So this is I believe it's made by Swisher. It's my 6.5 horsepower push weed eater. It's a pretty awesome machine. I'll have to make a video just on it. I mean, it's seen better days. It's tired, but it's been a great machine for a long time. You can see that big line there that I'm getting ready to cut for it. And it's just, like I said, it's been a great machine, and you'll see it run here. Usually, I mean, sometimes I run it at full throttle, but a lot of times idle is more than enough to cut down the kind of stuff I'm cutting down. So alright, now we got the GoPro attached right to it, and we're ready to start her up. Look at that, one pull. Like I said, it's been a good machine. And here we're just idling. We're not, you know, we're letting it warm up a little bit. But you could see it just mows right through the weeds. It's an amazing machine. I would recommend everybody with a little bit of property that has weed issues get one of these things. I'll never not have one again. I'll always have one of these walk behind weed eaters. There we go. Now we're at full throttle. You see how it just mangles the weeds. Now, I don't believe I used this very much this day. So you see I got another one there. That's a Bearcat self-propelled one, but the engine is no good on it anymore. I had to replace it. I was thinking about putting this 6.5 horsepower engine on this Swisher one on that Bearcat. They're both Briggs & Stratton engines, identical engines, just one old and one new. But oh, you can see the hole now. There's our gold mine. Getting all those nasty weeds in there. Somebody's tent there. That blue and red thing is somebody's tent. I don't know where it came from. During one of the storms, it blew over the fence from 8,000 miles away. I really have no idea where it came from. It just appeared. And you see the framework is an old greenhouse. It's a steel framework, the steel tubing for an old greenhouse. And that tent was actually hung up on there. gotta make sure we get all the weeds. I hope, like I said, I don't normally do this, but I'm muting my mic whenever I'm not talking, so if I have to clear my throat or cough or whatever, it doesn't bother you guys. I hope that doesn't come up in the recording, but there's a chance it will. And if it does, oh well. I know this is a rather boring video, it's just yard work, you know, but this is what's required to start the gold season. It's there's a lot of work to do in cleaning things up and managing the property so you can, you know, what's the word I'm looking for, productively dig in the ground. So now, God, you can see the smoke coming off the engine there. Like I said, tired machine, but amazing machine. So now we're headed back up. Get a drink of the drink there. I don't know what I was drinking that day, but probably either natural ice or Keystone ice. That's kind of my drink, so... Oh, and now we're gonna run the smaller weed eater out here. Now I'm using the bicycle handlebar mount for my GoPro with this. The mount's extremely handy. It mounts on any sort of square, preferably round tubing. I've used it so much though, and it's very, very handy. So I believe this is the last part of the process where we just use the smaller weed eater to get in some of the tighter places the other one couldn't get into. Now I gotta mention it since you see several of them in the screen here. I gotta give a big shout out to Fastenal, who, you know, I mentioned what I was doing in my backyard pretty much, and my need for buckets, and our local Fastenal rep brought me, I don't know, like 4 or 5 buckets on the house. Just said, here, take them, go look for gold. So, yeah, huge shout out to Fastenal, very much appreciated. In fact, I'm pretty sure you'll see later me wearing one of their shirts. There's an old pump sitting there that I had to get untangled, and yeah, looks like we're headed back up now. That old pump is for when I empty my freshwater tank, and instead of, well, there's a scowl. I think I was checking on the camera right there, making sure it was still attached to the weed eater. Anyway, that pump is for, it kind of stays in my freshwater tank, and the hose just drops down to the outside, and whenever I want to drain the tank, the easy way, I take the lazy way out, I just plug the pump in, and it pumps the water right out of the tank. It's just a little, you know, fountain pump. And now you see here me pulling out the awesome machine with my GoPro on my head. Smoking is probably not a good example, but here I'm running water through my sluice box. You can see I've got no bucket. I've got no nothing. In fact, am I running water? I don't I might not be running water. I might be just running the hose through it. I'm not sure. I can kind of hear the pump, but anyway, I'm running water through it one way or another. I believe it is running through the pump now that I think about it. I think I can hear it. But right now I'm using that 8-inch auger to drill down in my pit, and you'll see some different shots from the GoPro shortly. It's the first time I've used it, and well, I just bought it a couple days before I made this video. I just bought this auger, and I purchased it to replace fences that were damaged in the storm. I think I paid $250 for it that came with the bit and everything ready to go. It's a nasty machine. It'll mess you up big time if you're not paying attention, but as you'll see, it's that girl digs some holes. Basically, the only way I can explain it, which you'll see shortly, right here, you'll see, as a matter of fact, I believe. The best way I can explain it is if you've ever used, you carpenters out there will understand. Oh, look at this, we're putting the carpets in. It's time to put the carpets and screens and everything in. We'll get back to what I was talking about in just a minute. And yeah, I got the carpets backwards. I do it every time. You'd think I'd mark them or something, but here you've got the carpets, and these are just the carpets that came with my all this stuff is what came with the sluice box. I built the spray bar with the help of a guy at work. We built a little hopper. It was just a part off something else that we cut 1/4-inch slats in. You can see them down in the lower left there, the light shining through right there on the lower left of your screen. We cut 1/4-inch slats in those, so it basically classifies everything that drops through down to a 1/4-inch. And all the bigger stuff you could see right there in the hopper just stays in the hopper. The unfortunate part of this is the hopper gets jammed up with rocks, and when that happens, I have to remove that clamp you see on your lower left of your screen. Oh, it disappeared right there. That 3-inch clamp, C-clamp, I have to remove that, pull the spray bar off, and just dump the hopper on the ground. Now, this is kind of all my own design, and in future renditions this is going to change, but for right now it is what it is. I can't really change it because right now I've got it running. I've found gold in this setup, and yeah, it is what it is. It's not changing anytime soon. Oh, I think we're going to start it up here. Are we going to start it? Oh yeah, here we go. There it is. Getting the GoPro all muddy. So there's the spray bar running with a bunch of dirt in the hopper, and it's obviously running it down through those 1/4-inch slats and right down there through the sluice box, as you could see. Looks like here I got a little leak on that line. Oh, okay, that line you saw on the left-hand side was a bypass line, just to take excess pressure away from the pump so it doesn't, overpressurize and blow a seal or what have you. There's the bucket that collects all the tailings, and then the water pours out of the bucket into that fresh water tank and then gets pumped right back up top, back to the spray bar and into the hopper, down the sluice box, and it goes around again. There she is in all her glory, the recirculating system. Every now and then you have to move around, as you can see what I'm doing right there, you have to move stuff around. Sluice boxes, or the hopper's getting a little too full of water, so you move that, kind of sift it around like that, and it'll start draining out a little bit better and won't back up like that. and here we are running the 43cc 8-inch auger. This thing it'll rip your arm off if you allow it. You'll see here, it gets me a couple times here. You can hear it grabbing something there. That gear drive you can hear bogged down. Oh, there it goes. There. See, that thing will mess you up. There's no stopping it once it gets going. I'm told the best thing to do is just let it go when it grabs a hold of something so it doesn't break your arm. But as you can see, I mean, this hole was not dug out before I started. You can see how it drills in there. It's just, it's an awesome tool. I have no idea how it's going to work to dig fence posts, which is the whole reason I purchased it. But I do know it's working great for drilling holes out in the quote-unquote glory hole in the back of my property. You can see to the left there my new John Deere 8Y dump trailer that I purchased. I'm still skeptical over it because my previous dump trailer, which I still use, you've seen it in this video, is metal, and that John Deere one is plastic. Thus far I've had it for about a year. I bought it last season when I needed something to haul dirt in, and it's working great. I'm just skeptical. Oh, here we go. It's getting time for the cleanup, I believe. Now, I've greatly sped this up because I'm sure you guys don't want to sit around and just see a bunch of crap. So yeah, this is sped up, as you could see me walking in the background there very, very quickly. Getting my tools and stuff loaded up to take back up to the shop. And there she is. The mining operation shut down, preparing for a clean out. I believe this is the end of the day. I think I might have ran another day or maybe a little more. There's the entire operation right there. There's the hole, the sluice and everything. So now we're taking the tractor back up and taking everything. The John Deere LS172, I believe that is, with the Kawasaki 16 horse engine, I believe. You can see the Troy built there. I was doing a little bit of bulldozing and tilling, trying to make my rows for the farm this year, which we'll get into another video. But there's my boulder, my 48-inch bulldozer blade. Anyway, where was I? The John Deere LX, it's an LX, not an LS, LX172, pulling the John Deere 8Y trailer. You can hear the engine surging, and it's just a problem I have with it. Ever since my igniter went out and I replaced it, it surged like that. I think the carburetor got screwed up or something. I don't know. I've got to eventually tear it apart. I mean, well, right now it is tore apart. If you follow me on my personal Facebook page, you'll see pictures. It's ripped down to a bare engine and frame now. So anyway, that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. We have gone black now. Subscribe if you like to see this type of stuff. Leave me a comment, please, and let me know if this is the type of thing you like to see. And we'll catch you guys next time. Thanks for watching, everyone.